When it comes time to join two pieces of wood, should you reach for a biscuit joiner, nail gun, pocket hole jigs, screws, or is wood glue on its own strong enough? Today we're going to be testing 6 different types of commonly used wood products and 11 different methods for joining each of these together.
I'm going to be conducting these stress tests on an analog bathroom scale with the help of a small material holding jig and an old car jack. The joints will be clamped in place as the car jack is slowly expanded, and I'll record at what point the joint fails. I have a second camera set up focused on the scale readout while my main camera focuses on the joint breaking apart. Now it's time to prep all the stock. Everything I'm going to use here is 3/4 inch thick for consistency. I'm going to use melamine particle board, MDF, plywood that's 5-ply oak veneer, and plywood that's Baltic birch. Also, we're going to use some basic pine and some hard maple. The first joint to be tested is a simple butt joint with glue. There's no mechanical fastening or any kind of joinery other than the glue. First up is the melamine, which failed immediately at only 5 pounds. Next up is the MDF, which did a little bit better, failing at 35 pounds. Next we have the 5-layer oak veneer plywood, which failed at 38 pounds. A little bit better, but still a little underwhelming. Next up the Baltic birch, which does way better at 60 pounds. Then we have the pine, which does a little bit worse than the plywood at 43 pounds. Lastly, we have the hard maple, which absolutely crushes it at 127 pounds. As you can see here are our results. Melamine is the worst, hard maple is the best. Next up is the miter joint, which I simply cut the 45s, laid out the 2 pieces on a piece of tape, put glue in between, squeezed them together, and used a piece of tape on the back to clamp them in place while the glue dries. First up we have the melamine, which does much better than the butt joint, failing at 60 pounds. Next up we have the MDF miter joint, which does a lot better than its butt joint counterpart, failing at 64 pounds. After that we have the 5-layer plywood, which fails at 50 pounds. Not as good as the MDF. Next up is the Baltic birch miter joint, which does a little bit better than the MDF, failing at 69 pounds. Next up we have the pine miter joint, which just keeps climbing on this scale. This joint surprised the hell out of me. It was insanely strong, failing at 188 pounds. Lastly, for the miter joints, we have the hard maple, which did a respectable job, failing at 140 pounds. A look at the results, and we can compare the butt joint and miter joint. As you can see, the melamine did much better, the plywood coming in last, and the pine coming in first. The next joint to be cut and tested is going to be a rabbit joint. There's going to be no mechanical fasteners, just the glue. This will be cut over on my router table. First up for the rabbit joints is the melamine, which does an underwhelming job, failing at 30 pounds. After that we have the MDF, which fails about the same at 29 pounds. Next up is the 5-layer oak veneer plywood rabbit joint, which climbs the scale until fails at 82 pounds. Then we have the Baltic birch plywood, which does a little bit better than the 5-layer plywood, failing at 86 pounds. Second to last here we have the pine rabbit joint, which climbs its way until failing at 89 pounds. Last up is the hard maple, which does the best job out of all of them, failing at 101 pounds. On to the results, we can compare the 3 tests so far. We can see the MDF has done the worst in this test, and the hard maple is once again on top. The next test to be performed is going to be a number 20 biscuit joint and some glue. There's no other mechanical fasteners. These will just be glued in place with some clamps as they set. First up for the biscuit joint is the melamine, failing at 30 pounds, very underwhelming. Next on to the MDF, which fails a little bit better at 42 pounds. Then up is the 5-layer plywood, which does a little bit better yet than the MDF, failing at 58 pounds. Next up after that is the Baltic birch plywood, which fails a little bit stronger at 64 pounds. Next up is the pine biscuit joint, which does slightly better than the Baltic birch at 65 pounds. I also wanted to show you how this joint is actually failing. It's kind of interesting because it's bringing along the end grain of the other piece on the top side of the biscuit. You can see that on the pine and the maple. Next up is the hard maple biscuit joint, which does better than all of them at 83 pounds failure. As you can see by this test results, this is kind of what I was expecting. I was always expecting melamine to be the worst and hard maple to be the best. And we can see this is a direct linear slope right here with these results. The next joint to be tested is a butt joint held together with 3 2-inch brad nails. First up is the melamine, which does very poorly at 32 pounds. Next up is the MDF, which performs its worst of this competition so far, failing at 26 pounds. Next up is the 5-layer plywood, which fails at a disappointing 29 pounds. After that is the Baltic birch, which does a little bit better than the 5-layer, failing at 47 pounds. Next up is the pine, which performs about the same as the 5-layer plywood, failing at 30 pounds. Last is the hard maple, and I will tell you that these 2-inch nails did not go in all the way, but it still outperformed all of them, failing at 89 pounds. So onto the results of the 2-inch brad nails with no glue. We can see that the results are kind of all over the place. They're not very good, except for the hard maple, which really has a great grip on those nails. Next up, we're going to add some glue to these brad nail joints and see if the glue helps in any way. First up for the glue and brad nails is the melamine, which fails at 39 pounds. Next up we have the MDF, which the glue fails at 35 and then the joint fails at 39 pounds. Next is the 5-layer plywood, which does slightly better than the last two at 55 pounds. Then onto the Baltic birch, it does even better than the 5-layer plywood, failing at 63 pounds. Next up is the pine, which does about the same as the 5-layer plywood, failing at 58 pounds. Next onto the hard maple, which once again does the best, holding on to those 2-inch nails. Now taking a look at the results and comparing them to the 2-inch brad nails with no glue, we can see there is an increased performance on all fronts except for the hard maple. Over at my homemade pocket hole machine, the next test is going to be pocket holes without glue and then after that with glue. If you're interested in free plans for my pocket hole machine, go to my website diybuilds.ca. First up for pocket holes with no glue is melamine, which does an okay job, failing at 46 pounds. Next we have MDF pocket holes without glue, which does very poorly, failing at 30 pounds. Next up is the 5-layer oak veneer plywood, which does a respectable job at 67 pounds of failure. Disclaimer time. As you can see, the joints get stronger and stronger, and the screw that acts as my fulcrum is embedding itself into the test pieces. This becomes an issue as the joint has not yet failed, and the piece of plywood on top of the jack now starts pushing up on the test piece at a much further end position. This increases the force required to break the joint and throws the numbers way off. So for the rest of the test, if the joint does not fail and the edge of the plywood touches the test piece, I will stop the test and record that as the fail point, as I would consider that a failure if the screw has already bent inside your workpiece or it has distorted that much. Now, on with the rest of the test. Next up, we have the Baltic birch plywood, which climbs its way steadily until it hits 91 pounds. Next up is the pine pocket holes with no glue, which works its way and fails at 85 pounds. As you can see, this hard maple was super dry, and without pre-drilling the holes, it split the wood like crazy. These pocket holes did not do a very good job, and it didn't fit inside my test jig, and as a result, failed at 78 pounds. Now taking a look at the results, we can see the best performance was done by the Baltic birch plywood and the worst by the MDF. Hard maple didn't take the top slot this time, as without pre-drilling, that board cracked and was not very good at holding. Next up, we're going to add some glue to the pocket hole joints and see how much stronger these joints get, if at all. First up for the pocket holes with glue is the melamine, which does slightly better than its counterpart without glue, failing at 60 pounds. Next up is the MDF, which also has improved performance, failing at 48 pounds. Next up is the 5-layer plywood, which performs about the same with or without glue at 65 pounds. After that, it's on to the Baltic birch plywood, and it did a great job getting to 109 pounds. Next up is the pine board with pocket holes and glue, which does a respectable job, failing at 80 pounds. Last is the hard maple. This board split, but not as bad as the last one, and as a result, the glue fails at 115 pounds, and the overall joint fails at the best 163 pounds. Taking a look at these results, we can see once again the MDF performed the poorest and the hard maple the best. Everything else is somewhere in between, with Baltic birch leading the second place slot. The next test is going to be two 2-inch screws without any glue. First up is the melamine, which does an amazing job topping out at 80 pounds. Next up is the MDF, which traditionally has not done well in this competition, maxes out at an amazing 103 pounds. Next up we have the 5-layer oak veneer plywood, which does a very respectable job failing at 87 pounds. Next up, for the two 2-inch screws butt joint with no glue, we have the Baltic birch, which fails at a very respectable 115 pounds. Now on to the pine, which also does a very respectable job, failing at 90 pounds. Last up, for the 2-inch screws without glue, we have the hard maple, which is doing a very good job so far, and as we can see, breaks at 158 pounds. As we can see by these results, melamine did the worst, and hard maple actually did the best. Now all of these numbers are actually pretty good, so melamine doing the worst is not that big a deal. But MDF, however, beat out 3 others, plywood, melamine, and pine, which is a big upgrade for them, previously having come in last. Now for the next joint, we're going to do the same thing, except add some glue. Let's see if it increases any strength. First up, for the two 2-inch screws with glue added, is the melamine, which does a very good job at 97 pounds. Next up is the MDF with glue and 2-inch screws. It broke at 105 pounds, which is 2 pounds more than without glue. Next up is 5-layer oak veneer plywood. It did a respectable job breaking at 90 pounds. Next test for the two 2-inch screws, now with glue added, is the Baltic birch plywood. It does a respectable job at 120 pounds. Next up is the pine, which you can see the screw really embed itself into the workpiece here, and we're going to have to end this test much like many others when it reaches the plywood. It failed at 100 pounds. Last up once again is the heavyweight with the hard maple. It quickly climbs its way up the scale. You can see the glue snap right there, and now it's just relying on those 2 screws. It bottoms out on the plywood at a staggering 219 pounds.
Very impressive score.
A quick look at the results shows that plywood, for the second time in this competition, has done the worst, and hard maple still edging out all the rest of the competition. For this last test, I'm trying to make it as strong as possible. I'm using glue, 2-inch brad nails, and 2-inch screws, as this is a common way I like to build things in my shop. First up, for the 2-inch screws, nails, and glue is melamine, which does a great job failing at 84 pounds. Next up is MDF, which does a respectable job all the way up to 87 pounds. Next, for the 2-inch screws, nails, and glue, we have the 5-layer oak veneer plywood, which does a great job making its way to 99 pounds. Now it's on to Baltic birch, which climbs its way up the rankings until eventually failing at 109 pounds. After that, we have pine once again, which does a great job working its way all the way up to 92 pounds. And our very last test, again the hard maple. As you can see, the piece clamping to the back is a little bit short because I ran out of material, but nonetheless, this works its way all the way up to 188 pounds. So let's talk about these results. As you can see, the melamine particle board and the MDF did the poorest with an average under 60 pounds. Next, we can see the big shocker in my eyes, the 5-layer oak veneer plywood, only being slightly better than the melamine and MDF, as I would have expected it to be much stronger. After that, we have the Baltic birch and pine with about the same strength at an average of 84. These results show that the Baltic birch is only slightly stronger with 1 pound of difference, but that number is largely influenced by the pine miter joint being so high at 188 pounds. And lastly, we can see that the hard maple obliterated this competition with an average strength of 130 pounds, and only losing its first place ranking twice during all 11 tests. Now, this is purely an anecdotal test. There's no repeatability to the test, as I simply don't want to make another 66 test joints more than once. That being said, I feel the results speak for themselves, and I'm positive that if the test was repeated several times, they would closely match what I found during these tests. And that's the end of the test. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.